Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as M.A. Ulm on the beautiful Pankor system map, and we have been attacked by the neighbor who we thought was going to be our ally, Abyssia. And I was kind of salty about that attack. But more on that later. I have missed. There's a turn that I am missing. So let me just show you this. So last time Abyssia had attacked here and attacked here. Now you see he's already taken these two provinces, and then this turn he's attacked Ulm. So I'm missing a turn. Sorry, guys, I don't have all the turns for this game. What I did here, let's just focus on this area. So I had the three commanders with their dudes. They had just taken this province. So I attacked here and then here. So I'm kind of cutting him off from behind. With this army still going strong. Here, nothing much has happened. I've got the temple, the lab, and whatever. My big army here has finished relocating to this spot. So last turn he had his initial army that attacked me in this province had moved and taken this province. The initial army that attacked here had moved and taken this province, and then he attacked me in Ulm. Now, as you can see, I won, but I'll show you how I won. So first of all, I pumped a little tiny bit more PD. And then I had Earth Gems on dude. So actually, let's just watch this fight. So you can see this is the combined force. Like, you have the Sacreds that he had sent in the south. And then he used to have the Flying Guys, but most of them had died. So he's got a few of these guys. He's Hellspawns. And a bunch of Fire Dudes. But the Fire Dudes have now spent all their Fire Gems. Yeah. And what he ran into was my guys, this is my PD. And then I got a bunch of dudes who are going to summon Earth Elementals and then do Evocation Spam. So that's basically the script. And I knew he was doing Hold and Attack Rear, obviously. So I've got a bunch of Anti-Sacreds on the top and on the bottom on like Hold and Attack Cavalry, because I know that this is coming. So, unfortunately, the PD can't control. They just kind of run ahead. And also, as PD, by the way, you get your crossbowmen, which are the fire every 3 turns dudes, which is kind of funny. So, we summon a bunch of Earth Elementals. The Anti-Sacreds go chop, chop, chop. Now, somehow, they miss these two, but it's okay. This commander... I've been forging a couple of Ring of Fires to get fire resist on my guys, so whatever, this commander's fine. Oh, by the way, so meanwhile, all my PD gets slaughtered by these guys because they couldn't wait for their friends to attack with them. But our evocation is going now, and all these guys they do not have high protection. And these guys have high protection, but Iron Darts is armor piercing. And so actually my evocation is very strong. So yeah, we've got mostly Guardians over here. So once they fight his Sacreds, they're going to be pretty effective. Because they're just good at fighting Sacreds. The Air Elementals kind of... it was unfortunate that the PD went in, then the Air Elementals went in, but now the Earth Elementals are helping over here. I had a brave knight who went all the way here and then died somewhere. I didn't quite see how he died. That's too bad. But yeah, Guardians fighting just regular dudes. My guys are burning a little bit, but my evocation spam is pretty strong. And then it's just one guy summoning skeletons. So yeah, we win. We win, but we took a lot of casualties. Some of it is friendly fire from my own evocation spam. And some of it is just him, his guys are very offensive. And so he kills some of my guys. So yeah, this is a random knight, just kind of, I don't know, he attacked, reared, and died. We lost 14 out of the 25 guardians. We killed like all of his stuff, and we got one of the mages, and we got the Hellspawn commander, so that's nice. Yeah, so we win round 1. Then this is, this is the 3 cavalry bros down south. And then Iryu is fighting, is at war with Oceania down in the south. And then fortresses are complete. Yeah. All right. So at this point, so I've won this battle, but I do not. So I'm in a tricky position. So first of all, he has also reinforced, as you can see here, he has bought a bunch of mercs. So he has the Wolfkin Reavers, which are actually really bad, and he's got crossbows, which are actually kind of good. And he's got them all in this province, and so he could very well attack me again next turn. And if I have all my guys researching, then, like, I need the mage support to beat this. So I can't just have my guys inside researching. I need to have them outside patrolling as long as he's threatening me here. So I'm kind of stuck. Also, I don't really have enough chaff to go and attack this offensively. Because this is too much. It's too many units to attack into this offensively. And so I am waiting a turn before I attack. I'm just patrolling. Meanwhile, I thought I was attacking here next turn, but apparently I am not. I don't know why. This army is like ready to go. Was I waiting? Oh, yeah, I was waiting on evocation 4 maybe. In hindsight, maybe I could have moved here. Partly, here I have the castle and I don't have a ton of PD. So I don't mind if he attacks me here and then I break siege next turn. I'm fine with that. 10 PD is not much of an investment to lose, but I don't want to lose 30 PD, so that's why I'm patrolling to make sure I win this fight. Then here I'm going to hook around and start to take his provinces. Yeah, so that is basically that. So we've won the opening round. I mean, we lost the opening round, which is we lost a ton of gold when he attacked, and time when he attacked this province. But we actually have won the first actual battle. Let's load up the next turn. This was, well, it's turn 20, but I believe the next one, the next file that I have is this one. Well, let's just see what turn this is. So apparently he's attacking me in High Peaks. Where is that? Oh, yeah, so he's just, so this is his, this is the army that was next to Ulm. Now, in hindsight, it's not as bad as I thought. I think the scout report was overestimating it, but still, these guys can do a lot of damage. So he's just taking a province around Ulm. But he's got, like, he's got casters, and he's got a dude with a lot of, like, he's got fire elementals here, so this is not a tiny, this would have beaten the PD if he'd attacked Ulm. And then I think I do attack, oh no, this is just me taking his little provinces. Actually, so this is interesting. So he's moved back. He had some commanders, obviously, that had routed and from the fight, and they ended up in that province with all the mines, and so he's combined them into here. But my guys attack rear and murder him, which is awesome. So he had... Yeah, these were like some of the leftovers that successfully ran away from the fight on Ulm, and we killed them. So that's nice. And then there's a battle in Vanarus, because we've kept a spy here. So this is East, and Vanarus has like nothing for some reason. And East has a lot of things. What East is doing really well here is that so obviously the East in cavalry is amazing, but it's pretty bad at sieging because you don't have a lot of them, and, right? They're just expensive units. And also he's a water nation, so they don't have really good archery, but a lot of these coastal forts have longbows, so he's been recruiting a lot of longbows, which is a great idea. And they, as well as this chaff, is adding siege strength. So he's actually doing a good job of overcoming one of one of Isa's only weaknesses, which is being terrible at sieging. Now, this map helps him a lot because normally he wouldn't have longbows, but this is very good. So he has been he has conquered Vanarus. He has his cap, and Vanarus has been permanently vanquished. And then we are getting tons of unexpected events in Ulm, giving us tons of unrest. And I actually don't know if this is something like at first I thought somebody might have had some spies here and was spiking unrest, but it's always random events. So I don't know if I don't know what that is about. It might be a spell. I don't think so. Not this early in the game. I don't think when unrest goes up, I don't think you get those kinds of messages like from a spy. I think I've just got some nasty like random event here that I was never able to patrol out because my guys are patrolling here, and I just can't get rid of it. Anyways, maybe I'll figure it out one day. So we are continuing to take on. We're moving into here. I'm taking my pile of dudes here to take this province. And because now he has a pretty big pile of dudes over here. Again, we're just patrolling one more turn because if he combined the... So he last turn he had a big army here. He moved it here, then took an army here. So clearly this is sending a signal that he wants to attack Ulm again. So we have to patrol outside one more turn. Now I've been doing a lot of forging. I haven't mentioned it, in a lot of details, but I've been switching to a lot of girdles of might. These are the strength and regen items, so they're good to put on your mages. And I made a few rings of fire to give fire resistance to some commanders so that they can safely, fight against Abyssia. So a lot of these guys have fire resist. So these knights have 1 braces of protection and then 15 fire resist. This guy has a helmet for some reason. And yeah, that's it. So we are going to attack here. This is basically most of my army. It's just a big wall of chaff, and we've been recruiting our own longbows, so we got longbows 2, and then I've got casters here that are just going to do evocation spam, and I've also got a bunch of my casters have people guarding them because I know that he has flyers, so you got to be ready because the flyers are going to attack rear and kill all your mages. You got to have either people on hold and attack flyers or just people guarding your commanders. So we have that. And that is pretty much the turn. What is... yes. So diplomacy. Haha. So I send a message to Relay. And I say... right. So, because, yes. So, meanwhile... Oceania is killing Iryu, but he's not alone because look, Relay has also been taking all this land from Iryu, mostly with his Uttervast, who can just teleport anywhere on the map, because his army has been, well, actually I don't know where his big stack is. Maybe his big stack is down here, but here he's been just taking stuff from Indies. And then, but yeah, his Uttervast is somewhere in here taking all this stuff from Iryu. And meanwhile, Oceania has also been taking all this stuff from Iryu. So I send him a message and I say, congrats, it's working well. And then I say, I don't know who you're planning to attack next, but Abyssia is not very trustworthy. And I kind of tell it, look, I thought we were going to be friends, and he kind of attacked me. And then I'm telling him, I'm basically saying, he's attacked me, but I'm winning. And also Abyssia is completely surrounded by Relay. So it's totally natural that Relay would want to take Abyssia's land, right? So I'm just kind of edging him on in that direction, right? I'm saying, look, he's taken a lot of my lands, but actually I'm kicking him back. And so, and not only that, but if him taking this land is gonna so relay him. Relay taking this land would allow him to get access to this port onto this moon. And that's important because Oceania is already fighting Eriu over here, so Oceania is going to have this moon. So if Relay wants to get onto this planet, Oceania might take this whole moon first and cut him off, right? So I'm kind of selling him the idea, look, you need to get onto Abyssia here, and then you'll have this spaceport, and that'll be awesome. And then and then I'm also telling him, hey, East just finished taking Van, and he also has a huge border with both you and Oceania, and who knows who he's going to attack next, right? Then I send a message to East saying congratulations, and so I'm just congratulating him for his victory against Van. And it seems that while he was doing that, his two aquatic neighbors have taken a huge chunk of land to the south. And say, like, I couldn't help Eriu, because I can't move that fast to the south. But I'm basically saying, like, look, yeah, you took Van, but your other water guys took a huge chunk of land. Oceania has a ton of land. He starts here. So he has all of this and all of this. So Oceania is huge, and so is Relay. So I'm telling East, like, your water neighbors are getting huge. So yeah, that's it for the diplomacy so far. So that was turn 21, but I think that was 19. Yeah, okay, so next one will be 20, because my awesome system here has never let me down. Right. So those of you who are not colorblind and who have sharp eyes will notice that Oceania has attacked us down south. All right, first of all, Abyssia attacks in Ulm, as I suspected. So this is his ball of mercs, plus his second, wave of troops, which involves a lot of these Hellspawn, and I guess random mages and stuff like that in the back. Meanwhile, this is all I had in my cap, so I'm a little light on troops here. I have PD, obviously, but I'm a little light on troops. But I do have a lot of mages, and they're all going to summon Earth Elementals. And hopefully, I have enough guys to handle the bat attack rear thing. So let's wait for it. That's the first important thing that's about to happen. So unfortunately, the Earth Elementals all go, and then the bats come. However, the bats are pretty weak, and I actually have pretty decent coverage with my pikemen. Oh, and he's also summoned imps. And some of the Earth Elementals turn around, and I had a few that were summoning twice. So actually, we do a fairly good job of dealing with the attack rear flying guys. Meanwhile, the PD has gotten itself mostly killed. And for some reason, this squad is routing. Oh no, it's on attack closest or something, and there's an imp. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. But yeah, the PD, this was a squad. Yeah, this is the PD. The PD is all stuck over here. The Earth Elementals are kind of running piecemeal into these guys, but it's keeping them still enough for Ulm Evocation Magic to do its job. So these guys are awful. That's why the PD is still alive, because these guys are worse than PD. These are the mercs. These are his actual troops, but his actual troops, I mean, the Arbalest don't fire a lot, but when they fire, they hurt. And then Blade Wind is just killing stuff, and Iron Darts and Blade Wind is just very strong. So you can see, that Earth Elemental died really quickly, but he stayed just long enough to pin these guys down, and then a pile of Evocation Magic just killed them. So yeah, Ulm Evocation Magic for the win. My commanders are still finding ways to get themselves killed, but that looks like it was a that was Claim Life. So he's got a Prophet, he's got Blood, and the Blood if you take a Blood Bless, and that is your highest path, you don't have a special banish, but you're like, or I don't know if I'm using, whatever. The H3 spell that targets one dude is Claim Life, and it does an automatic chest wound. It's very, very strong. And so he's doing, that's what's getting off on my commanders. So yeah, that's pretty rough. So like both sides are kind of routing. My Arbalests are, not my Arbalests. So these guys have routed, but all of his guys have also routed. So all that's left is, oh, but his guys are routing more. Yeah, so we win this, but we're always low on chaff. But we kill him. So also we keep losing our commanders, so we gotta, yeah, we lost a few casters, and unfortunately we didn't really kill a lot of his mages, so that's unfortunate. Then again, this is not, we actually didn't have much of an army here. If you look at it, we actually only had like 33 units plus our PD, right? So we didn't have much. We fought off a lot. The flyers did kill, a lot of our mages, which was unfortunate. I think maybe I could have had the Pikeneers cover the mages even better, because, yeah, that could have been better. But, we killed 15 Sacreds. These are also Sacred, so we killed those two. Like, we killed all his stuff. We destroy the Mercs. It's a victory. And, yeah, definitely a victory. So that happens. Then we take back... oh, there's a random province down south. Nothing much here. Oh, and this is the other big battle. Now, this is... He didn't have too much here. These are, like, further reinforcements that he's bringing from his forts. Now he's got salamanders, which have fire flare. So, and then he's also got attack rear bats. I don't need it to be that fast. But, yeah, I just have a lot more dudes, so... Also, all their evocations are all going against the bats, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this is... Here, I definitely have the overwhelming number advantage. We've also got longbows, and longbows are interesting because although his normal guys are not really vulnerable to longbows, all of his, like, summon stuff, or, like, this stuff is pretty vulnerable to longbows. So, why not? But yeah, the fire attacks are pretty powerful. Russia is very strong offensively. If you're a nation with Sacreds and you have a fire resistance less, then yeah, that's rough. And a lot of fire elementals. However, because they're actually have like a high number of troops, actually kills the fire elementals pretty quickly. So we take very minimal losses just because we had really overwhelming numbers. And we actually do kill all of his mages, which is fantastic. And all the troops. So a convincing win. And then way down south, we get attacked by Oceania. Yeah, that's not fun. So, anyways, so okay, so our war versus Abyssia going pretty well, I would say, right? We have basically smashed him in every fight that we've had so far. So this map is a bit weird because of the logistics, right? However, in general, one of the issues that you have that you can end up having as Alm is your chaff is strong, but you don't have enough of it. But you can fix that with Earth Elemental spam, right? Which is kind of what I'm doing. However, the difficulty is that Alm really relies a lot on its mages to be effective in battle. And because of that, you're not researching when you're using your mages in battle. So that's a difficult line to tread, right? Like, how do you balance getting enough research done and getting enough attacks? So what I'm doing here is I am patrolling most of my army here and building a lab so that I can keep my army out in the field participating in the war, but the mages can just research. As long as you don't have a palisades, then they're going to fight in all the battles. And so that's actually a pretty good trick. Then I am going to finally take this province back. Here I've dispatched like a small part of my army, just a couple mages and a bit of an army to take this. And then I've dispatched my army here to take that, because he's got mages left here, so that's why I have to make this a pretty sizable force, because he has mages left here. I kill all the mages here, but not all the mages here. So if he moves like all the mages to one area, then both of these armies have to be able to handle the mages. And looking at it, actually, this one is weak on troops, but my guys, I have more mages, which is good. Here, I am stronger on the troops, but no, I've got 3 mages. So yeah, both of these are pretty evenly balanced. Then I have by the way, my god has just been moving into all my different forts. So he's been site searching, but keeping safe, right? And now finally he's going to come up here to site search the throne site, which hopefully has a lot of fun gems. Okay, 2 things actually. First of all, Hall of Fame full of my guys. That is one of the cool things about this strategy as Ulm, where you're using your cavalry and giving them a few items, right? They get into the Hall of Fame really fast. So you can get a lot of cool guys. So we got quickness, we got toughness, we got strength, we got more strength, and valor, which is leadership. So that's fun. It's just nice to see you guys in the Hall of Fame. All right. Meanwhile, WTF Oceania, right? So like, isn't this a little greedy? Taking my land in the middle. He's still fighting Iryu. Like, what's the deal? So I send a message to Oceania. And then I'm saying basically, I tell him basically, look, you think that you can get away taking a bit of land while I'm busy fighting Abyssia. And I tell him, like, dude, my armies are slow, but I've won against Abyssia, so I'm just going to turn south and, like, smash you, right? Like, what exactly are you thinking? Plus, the land here is so narrow. Like, he's got super long borders with Relay and with East, and, like, the border here is very thin. So it's like, I'm telling him, dude, you're gonna take all the land in the middle? You think your other water neighbors are not gonna do anything about it? Like, that's pretty weird. And then I tell Relay, like, so again, basic. So in Dom 5, in terms of diplomacy, right, people will attack you when they think you're too strong, or people will attack you when they think you're too weak. So I'm at war with Abyssia, and in the first few turns, he took a lot of land. And that sometimes is easier to see than the battles themselves. So it's important that I send the message that I have completely smashed Abyssia's armies, which is true. And therefore, other people know that I am the one in the position of strength, not Abyssia. So if they were looking for, like, if they're, suppose, like, Relay or East was trying to decide, okay, who do I attack next, Ulm or Abyssia? I mean, unless they have some pre-arranged diplomatic things, then usually they're going to attack the weaker player. Not the weaker player in terms of skill. I mean, the weaker player in terms of his position, right? Because, of course, you would. Now, there could be other considerations. Maybe you're teaming up to fight a stronger player or whatever. But in general, in most cases, that's what you do, right? So it's important to project your strength if you have it, so that people don't get the wrong impression, right? And think you're weak and therefore just take you because they think you're easy. So clearly, I am currently in a much stronger position than Abyssia. I mean, not much stronger. I'm in a bit of a stronger position than Abyssia. I've certainly won the fight so far, so that's legit. So I'm telling both East and Relay the same thing, which is basically, I've destroyed Abyssia's armies. Abyssia is weak. Also, Oceania is now attacking me because he thinks he's going to get away with it. But he's clearly wrong about that, because I'm going to turn south after fighting Abyssia and just, like, smash him. And he's super exposed to both you and Relay. So, you know, this is your opportunity to strike. That's the message that I'm sending to both of these guys. And on that note, this is a good time to end the episode. So thanks everybody for watching. We are getting into the thick of it. We have kind of won the first rounds of the war against Abyssia. And now, diplomatically, things are getting weird because we're being attacked by Oceania down here, and we're trying to get everybody to see that Abyssia is weak, Oceania is overextended. This is a weird situation. So, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.